These stars are usually moving. I I've noticed that this video uses all of my processing power if the stars are actually running, thanks to this game. So I have no idea why that is. Maybe I'll try to replace it with a video format that's not an enormous 1440p Starfield video that's 1 hour long and 10 gigabytes large. Here, I know what to do. I know. I know how to get some motion on the screen. Here we go. Where is she? There is she.
Strangers in a dark room laughing at jokes they didn't quite hear. Frosted window panes and cheap champagne, a face appears. And anything could happen in these cathedrals we roam, where shadow people dance and trade their glance and walk home alone.
There are a few things in this world that are better than a synthwave and a sleeping cat. She's so fat. She's growing up a little bit. I can tell that this cat actually was a little over a year old when I got her, because she's getting to the point where she's growing up.
Staring out the window of the Roosevelt Hotel, watching Midtown empty out and a kiss of farewell. They say we come from nothing and to nothing we'll return.
I kind of need to put like a
And in between
live feed marker in the corner so that you don't think this is a static image of her. She's so peaceful. Oh yeah, smooth jazz and a sleepy baby. Ha! Ted's on the phone, so we can't hear the smooth jazz. Don't worry, I'm sure he'll back up and listen. It's important. Ah, but what if the baby is snoring? My favorite part is her little tail. Her little tail curled around. So I've been listening to this band again. This is Vampires by the Midnight. I made a video set to this song like a decade ago. An entire whole ass decade ago. And I found out that this is my cat's favorite genre of music. This is part of why she's asleep right now, is because jazz soothes the savage beast. How you doing, baby girl? How are you folks doing? It's good to see you. Obviously, the cat is enjoying my old ass jacket, which is fair, because that's sheep that she's laying on. She's basically in a shepherd's field right now, and the shepherd is about to get 100 more witches killed in Noita. Yeah, so this music owns when you're walking around an empty factory at night. Oh, it's the best when you're the only person there. Goddamn 10-mile wide warehouse, essentially, is what it is. Hangar 18 over at Area 51. You can blast that shit when you're the only person in the building. I would love to tell you some work horror stories. How are you doing? Maybe we'll play some more jazz if I get tired of the Noita music. I don't know. So I have a plan for this afternoon. I'm gonna play some Noita, and then when it's a little later and more folks can join in, I'm gonna play this Metroid Prime Origins thing because I think that'll be cool. I'll have to take a break to download the emulator to play it, I think, unless it's just an EXE and it's an independent game. I'll find that out. But I grabbed it just in case Nintendo did their Uncle Scrooge thing and got rid of it all. So we'll play that in a little bit. But we're gonna warm up with just a little bit of chill witchery. Here, I'll show you why she's like this today. We played a bunch earlier, but check this out. Weather's garbage. Weather's complete garbage. And when it is, she curls up. She is a classic cat. She loves warmth. She loves to listen to the rain, and she loves a good tuna. So good for her. Me, I'll probably have to rearrange my monitors and shit again, as I always do. Let's see. So I made it to the end of the game. I don't know if you saw on the Discord. I count it as a victory. The folks in the Something Awful thread count it as a victory, which is what I care about, because I have been posting in the Something Awful thread about Noita on and off for the year and change that I've owned it, because it became a really fun little game for me to play, just to learn without looking anything up. I hardly ever am able to hold back on that because, I mean, sometimes, I don't know, games have arcane mechanics that you yourself would never intuit just on a personal level. This one, it was worth preserving that because I died instantly. I instantly died. And I didn't get a victory on file. But if you look in the Discord, I did get a victory screenshotted. And that's good enough for me, damn it. Because it means we can do it again. It's muscle memory now. Setting up noita here. I grabbed a couple of more character mods in case we get tired of the witch that we have here. You know, I've started to realize that this mountain is almost appropriate for what we do. I've been streaming this game for, boy, it's been a couple of weeks now, but it's been fun to, pick it all up and learn it all. What is going on with this webcam? This interweb camera. Hey, you want to play some video games? Let's do it. I say let's do it. Um, I'm gonna be telling you some fun stories because this week at work was odd. It was so odd. This week at work was weird. How are you doing? What do you do for work? If you feel like sharing. For those that haven't heard me talk about it, I'm a nighttime security guard at a place, and I can't really tell you more than that. But it's Area 51. I guard the security posts where they let in the alien traffic, so I get to hear a lot of aliens calling me slurs in their language. No, this is regular warehouse nighttime security, gate and patrol work and stuff, and you'd think that would be pretty boring and normal. And most of the time it is. It has been so far. But boy, it's been very not normal this week. It's been very not normal. Uh, hey, we'll just talk about that. I don't know. I want to do one as. Let's do one as Vivi from Final Fantasy. My favorite they them in gaming. I've had like 3 or 4 internet friends over the years who have identified as Vivi, which is great. That means that character is appropriate and effective. How it go? Oh, it go great. This last day off before returning to work, and I'm glad to be doing this with you. Good to see you. How you doing? We're gonna save the world today. Because in the Discord I made it to the end of this game, I posted. And now I want to know if I can do it consistently. That would be cool if I finally broke through the dam on that. Plus, later we're going to be playing that Metroid Prime Origins that Felinoid mentioned. That's why I want to wait on that, is because I'm hoping Felinoid is going to be here, because they were the one that turned me on to its existence. Congratulations. Thank you. I boiled myself in lava because I misunderstood how the ending works. But I didn't turn the world to gold. Does my hat have a hitbox? Am I big hat Noita? I haven't actually played this Final Fantasy that Vivi is from, unfortunately. I'm a fake fan. Again, like I said, I've only had friends. I've had the character intrinsic to their identity. Oh, that's a bomb. Thanks. Floor lava, and you became lava. Yeah, so since I guess I didn't tell the full story in the Discord, that run was actually really good. I had a really good wand, and I had a wand at the end that was full of black hole spells that let me tunnel through basically whatever I wanted to. I was primed, actually, to go back upstairs and get the real ending. But I'd never actually been to the bottom before, and I didn't know what to do. So when you reach the final boss of this game, which it turns out is actually the first boss, it doesn't have very much health. The Sampo is right in front of it. The MacGuffin, the thing you need, the plot item, is right in front of it. You actually probably don't even have to fight it. You could probably just leave. But I fought it and I won, And I had the Sampo, and I thought, wait, what happens if I go inside the alchemist's work? What happens? And the answer is it's surrounded by a huge square of lava. You fucking can't get out. There's no way. There's no way. Someone on Something Awful mentioned that they did one time manage to get through it with like a full loadout of freezing liquid and all kinds of stuff. And I didn't, you have to prep for that. So like, man, so close, but so far. Oh, it was wonderful to actually walk around in that room. Because I really value this game a lot, actually, as like one of those puzzles that's, it gives me that same itch as Dark Souls. I beat that game without ever looking anything up, and it was special. And in this day and age, you almost can't play a video game without being told a bunch of stuff about it. But that's why indie games like this are cool. Is because when it's designed like that, I mean, tiny moments like walking into a new room that ends your game with lava feels really joyful. It feels really good. Oh. Exactly how I feel about it. I'm glad. See, I'm glad you feel that way too. I'm glad that you ended up hopping onto my stream so that I could tell you about all these games. See, I like that this game is a learning experience too, but you don't have to really have done the learning to succeed. Oh, this is bad. Like, the learning will help you do things every time, but you can still pull shit off on the first try. I beat that final boss without ever taking a hit. Which was cool. I mean, it was very cool. But it was also not what I expected, and especially after stuff like that. I felt very cool. Congrats on making it to the 3rd zone, by the way. That is an accomplishment. Oh man, the 3rd level I found is where things get really hard because it's just almost all open space. There's like nowhere to land your wizard. So much of this game is about being lit on fire. Your character really should have, like, not worn extremely flammable robes. They should have worn their fireproof robes today. Oh well. It's bad. It's all bad up there. I was hoping for a heart or something, but I'm not finding one in this area. We're not going to leave yet, though. There's something I wanted to make note of that I've never quite figured out. Some of these holy mountains have a powder in front of them. This one, for example, has copper, but I don't know what that means. What I've been doing when I want to learn something in this game is taking a literal notepad file and written down similarities, things I've picked up, like, okay, there was copper in front of this one, and it only gave me, like, magic instead of wands. There we go. That, I don't know what that could mean. Imagine wearing armor and getting cooked in it. Yeah, it's bad. That's bad. I would rather the guillotine if I were in that era where that was a thing people did to each other. That's part of why I like this game's pixel abstractions, is because this is a very violent game. I mean, especially to your character. Like, your character, like, explodes into blood when you die. It's pretty brutal. But, you know, the fact that it's just cute little pixels kind of helps. One thing I'm also kind of learning is how to look for hearts in the walls. Because you really need that extra HP. Like, bad. There are certain, like, shapes of the walls that always try to have a heart in them, and I'm kind of learning to look at the nooks in between where I can walk. Oh, yeah, yeah. It's very Tomb Raider 2016, isn't it? It's pretty funny. By the time that game came out, I had done like whole Let's Plays of Dead Space games and all that stuff. So I was kind of myself used to animations like that just happening. You know, Evil Within, Resident Evil. It's my urv or whatever they call it. My niche to do games like that where you die horribly if you fail. Tomb Raider 2016 got to me because there was not much reason for it to be that bad, but I grew up with the Tomb Raider games, and in the old Tomb Raider games, it is that bad. That game is actually completely par for the course for what happens to you in the old Tomb Raider games. I mean, if you've never been eaten by a dinosaur in Tomb Raider, you should go look that shit up, because Lara turning to gold by touching a statue's hand is like etched into my mind as one of the scariest ass deaths I've ever seen in a PS1 game. However, it wasn't until almost a fucking decade later in the Callisto Protocol that deaths like that ever got to me again. Like, so there you go. It's Tomb Raider and Glenn Schofield's masterpiece, The Callisto Protocol. For ones that really bothered me. Ugh. Ugh. Ah! Oh, that's horrible! What is going on over here? A horrific violence tunnel? Jeez! God, give a wizard a break! This wand we started with kind of stinks, by the way. Whew. To be fair to Callisto, the reason that particular animation scared me so much is because it was well directed. One of the ones where like you can't tell if something else and worse is gonna happen. And you just die. It's like, okay, thank God. Oh no, the Flame Man. Not a problem. I'll rain on his parade. Woo. That got bad for a sec. Wow, what a nightmare. What was that about this game being really violent? I think you get what I mean though from hopefully the way I explained that. That you become kind of desensitized after seeing so much of that kind of approach to game failure, let's say. But then it just comes out of completely left field like that Tomb Raider game, and it's like, oh, oh yeah, that happens in games sometimes. I don't really want that wand. Two options. I could just keep walking around looking for hearts, or we could move on. I don't know. Poke this corner. You ever play a game that stuck with you like that? Not because it was violent. It doesn't have to be violent. It could just be something that, I don't know, startled you or shocked you. I'll tell you one that's the polar opposite of that. When I was a kid, a pretty little kid, I was playing The Sims, and I think it might have been The Sims 1, and I started getting prank calls, and one of the prank calls is like, they will be here soon. They have found you. And I remember I was so scared that I've never forgotten the moment I saw that, the time and place where I was. In my dining room in the house I grew up in, there was a huge kind of kitchenette kind of like set that extended into the dining room. And we had enough room on that to put a computer on the end of the table. Nice thunderstorm. Hell yeah. Oh, it's raining something awful out there. Damn. As usual for a CJ stream. Anyway, we had a computer on the end of that, and it was just sitting on the kitchen table. And still remember the moment that I almost swept the keyboard into the sink. I almost swept the keyboard into the sink because it scared the fuck out of me so bad. It scared child Jacob so bad that I quit the computer. I was like, I was like, what has found me? What's coming after me? It's a bad place to have a computer, by the way. Oh god, I have 1 HP! Oh! In a dream! Holy shit. It's getting massively stormy out there. Give me a sec, I gotta show you something. Don't worry, I'm alright. But Collins, bro, thanks for mentioning, cause... Whoa. I gotta show y'all something. You know that mild rain I was showing you earlier? Wow, we... Oh my. So, hey, you know this spell? This spell that I just picked up. I did this spell and then that started to happen. That's kind of weird. Well, we're not. We're safe in here. And now it explains why Flower is so chill. I mean, Flower... Yeah. Got a whole week of storms coming. We're just finishing up on those. Don't worry, I got the weather app on my phone because I live in Tornado Alley. So don't worry, in case something bad actually crops up, we'll seek cover together. While we're just waiting here, let me see actually when this is supposed to pass. Because my power is flickering a little bit. Just want to know if I should make sure I have the elements of water. Wow. It's actually rattling out there. Wow. Yep. You know, alright. This is a good time to tell my first work story then. Wow. The weather will improve soon. It'll improve soon, but it's going to be intermittent as we go. Makes me glad I don't have work tonight, but this is the story. The folks that do have work tonight actually don't have much to do. And I found this out via trial by fire. I'll tell you why. Let me show you what's going on out there now. Good time to cozy up with some hot chocolate. Hope folks out there stay okay. I'm glad I got my grocery shopping done and came home, and I hope everyone who is out there did too. Thank God we live in the age of smartphones where they tell you about that type of shit automatically. Ugh. One of the few ways that the government being able to just contact me is a good thing. Ooh, there we go. Oh, yeah. Am I still here? Wow. This is fun. Because, well, normally it doesn't survive this long. So, oh, hell. Wow. Pieces of my roof have just come off. I actually think I am going to stop the stream, but I'll post on the Discord. I am going to take my cat and get in the bathroom. That's crazy. I'll let you folks know.